Hey guys, I'm a forester here. I've got my work cut out for me this evening, and so of course I wanted to share it with you. We've lived in this house now for almost 30 years. When we moved here, we had 66 full-grown pine trees in our yard. Now, over time, we've lost one or two a year, and we're down to 30 pine trees right now. Of course, they're a lot bigger than they were when we moved in. But we've lost another pine. It's that one right there. I'll pan up and show you which one it is in particular so you can see the crown. But I'm weighing my options on how to take it out. It's been there dead for a couple of months and I need to get it down before it falls by accident. We're having spring storms come through and I want to get the thing down. My first option is to pay somebody to do it. That would be the easy option, but it's an expensive option. And from experience, I know that to take that tree down, it would cost somewhere around $500. Now, I used to do tree removal. I started when I was in college in Raleigh, North Carolina, and so I have a good feel for what it's going to cost to take it down commercially. My second option was to rent lift equipment, like a JLG or a Genie lift, so that it'd make my job a little bit easier. Go up, I would have to have at least a 65-foot lift. I priced it. It was $450 to rent it for one day, and it was a $400 delivery and pickup charge. So that was even more expensive than paying somebody to do it. So I'm down to my third option, and that's taking it down myself. Now, I've taken down, I think, every single tree in this yard over the 30 years. I thought I had taken down my last tree, but maybe I have one more tree left in me. Before I get started, I want to disconnect the camera from the tripod and show you the options that I have for felling it. I'll be right back. Okay, here's option number one, or actually it's option number three because it's my least favorite option, but it's to fell it straight toward a power line and a road. I'm standing under the power line. Now I measured this tree, and that's the dead one right there in case you can't tell, but it's 88 feet tall, and if I measured it accurately, it would fall straight this way, come right through here. It'd probably destroy that magnolia that I planted, probably hurt the dogwood and these azaleas. And that's if I fell it perfectly. And it would land 10 feet short of the power line. That's option number three. This is the tree right here, and option number two is to fell it straight down this driveway right there. I can squeeze it in between a couple of trees. Actually, they'll be sideboards and make the tree fall that way if I get it started right. Now, I did another tree that had died. This is the stump right there. I felled it the same way, and everything worked perfectly except a limb stub went through the driveway and I had to repair that. But this is a fairly safe way, and by the way, the house is right there, so this tree can easily land on the house. But this is option number two. Let me show you my favorite option. Okay, here's my favorite option, and this is to come right to the direction of where I was standing when I started this video. There's the tree. I want to miss that dogwood. It's going to tear up probably one of the wax myrtles. But if it comes correctly, it'll come right to where I'm standing right here. Now, one of the problems is the crown up there is wide enough, it's at least 20 feet wide. It's wide enough that it's going to brush that cedar right there on the way down. It might do some damage, and it's going to brush these lower pedalum. In fact, it'll probably tear up these lower pedalum. But I'm willing to sacrifice them, at least on this side, and let them grow back. I can prune them back, and you know, it's doable. I'm going to put a rope up in the tree, probably about 30 feet up, just to give leverage so I can force it this way if I have to. And then I'm going to fell it and drop it right this way. All right, guys, I'm taking you with me. When I got into this business, someone advised me you got to have ice water in your veins. I don't know that I have that, but I'm confident enough that I think I can do it and not do any major damage. We'll see. Okay guys, let's gear up. I haven't worn this climbing gear in a while. Here's my climbing spurs. and a belt, and of course my steel chainsaw. This tree is 18 inches diameter. I'm going to cut a high stump that'll take some of the length of the tree out when it falls. But let's gear up and climb on up. Okay, here we go. I don't think I went 30 feet, but that's good enough. Okay, I'm going to take a wedge out of the front about here and then make a back cut on the back. Wedge out of the front, then back cut. Okay, I'll clean that up a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to go put some tension on the rope and then start the back cut. Okay, here goes nothing. Well, that's what I was predicting. Something had to pay the price. So it took about half the cedar down, but saved the dogwood and lower pedalum. So I think what I'll do is later on take that cedar down and just replant with another one. Y'all take care.